Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Lucier for our weekly session. I will be working today up until for the next 30 minutes or so. My apologies, I do have to step aside, but I will get every request in and done at that time. So let's begin right away. I am live on YouTube. That's amazing. Me and a billion other humans and animals. Blood flow to the brain. So everyone take a nice deep breath and relax. Kimby's detox, adrenal health, and broken right foot. So blood flow to the brain. Hello, Marie. How are you? Put in your request. I will have to leave at 6:30 Eastern time. But yes, everything is a mystery. Yep, that's for sure. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points for detoxing for everyone. For Kimby's detoxing. Good health. Yep. And for Catherine McGlynn and for Cool Soul, high fatigue, too much computer work. Welcome to America. Yep. So we're going to work on the eyes for macular degeneration, eye fatigue. So work first on the ouch point. Circulation for the eyes, GV17. And for those of you that are wondering, that guy in the background, I shouldn't say guy, that is an enlightened Buddha, Damo Dashi. He's the one that introduced Shaolin Kung Fu to China from India. So C3 for the eyes, GV17 for eye pressure as well. So for T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for fatigue, computer work, one of the tricks for eyes is to look at a window, focus on the glass, focus across the street, focus down the street, focus on a tree or something really far away, and exercise your eyes at different distances to strengthen the muscles, because at a computer, we're mastering 12 to 15 inches of muscle work, and that's not good. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T7 to 12. And for the eyes also, the liver. And hello, Dorothy Haddad. Microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. As I mentioned to others, put in your requests. I have an urgent. I have to step away at 6:30, but I didn't want to miss you guys. And grounding. And I wanted to mention, for people that are interested in learning Tongren, we still have seats available Saturday, June 4. And I think it's June 18, our Whole Food, Whole Life workshop, learning about healthy foods, preventing disease. And welcome Cool Soul, and next Happy Mama and Esther. So for Happy Mama, she said, Hi Joe, send chi for CLL, perfect blood and lymph, and blessings as well. So we'll work on Happy Mama and Esther's son-in-law. So for your son-in-law, Esther, he would breathe in, breathe out, breath hold, filling up the entire sinal cavity with nitric oxide, which is a cleanser, because it seems he has issues from the eyes, ears, and nose, the whole area. So breathe in, breathe out, hold, fill up the area with nitric oxide to cleanse those areas, as well as herbal antibiotics. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points, endocrine system and central nervous system. Brain command points of the brain stem. So for CLL, bone marrow, GB789, T1, tailbone 1 to 4. And then extra focus for the bones, GB39, above the outside of the ankles. So let's do that again for Happy Mama, GB789, sphenoid bone, cranial sacral fluid, T1 for the bones and bone marrow, T1 to 5, cranial sacral fluid, and again, GB39 for the bones and the bone marrow. And really focus on perfect blood, the bone marrow, tailbone 1 to 4, and the spleen, T8. In addition to that, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, but T3 for the lymph. And then the vagus nerve, but the lymph tune-up, axillary lymph, inguinal lymph. And by the way, in the background, we're playing the Schumann resonance, I think it's 7.83 hertz. It is the heartbeat and rhythm vibration of the planet. And that's for healing and relaxation, because we also have that frequency, no surprise, in our brain. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So again, we did work on the bones, but we'll work on C6, C7, T1 for bone density. For anyone working with bone density improvements, I'm going to be doing a 6-month challenge with a company called AlgaeCal. I'm going to come up with a protocol. They guarantee improved bone density. I'm going to prove them. I did the bone density test. I do have thinner bones due to my upbringing, very thin kid, whatever it is, but I'm going to bring them to task. And I'm going to hopefully create a page where we all join and compare notes and support each other for increased bone density. So C6, C7, T1. T1 for the bones, tailbone 1 to 4 for the bones, and GB39 for the bones. So if you're interested in joining my 6-month challenge, get your bone density tests to the company, AlgaeCal. And join me. I was just figuring out the final details just today. Might be something you're interested in, Maria, as well, but your bones are fine. Oh, I love this idea of Algae Cal. I want to do it as a group, as always. And we will do the supplement, but there are some additional things I was going to add into the process, including, believe it or not, prunes, Tongren, of course, and an herbal supplement, which is a natural herbal equivalent of some of the herbs, as well as their advanced calcium, and they guarantee it. I've spoken with their engineers and their scientists, and they guarantee it. So we'll get some detail, and we'll get together, and let's do it. Hold them to task. Guarantee, they said. All right. So I've got 18 minutes to go. Blood flow to the brain. And for Esther, the brain, bladder, and mobility. And for her son-in-law, the sinuses. So the best point for the sinuses, GV 2223. That's an acupuncture point to drain the sinuses. So it seems that person, your son-in-law, has infections throughout the entire sinus cavity area. So why not some free nitric oxide, some oregano, and counterattack herbs? And the conjunctivitis, again, that's a result of the entire area. So good thing for conjunctivitis is simulacin, homeopathic herbs. For eye drops, it works, guaranteed. So tapping for good health for Maria. Vertebral artery to the entire spinal artery. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And for Aleister Crowley, focus on this tone in the background. It will be a type of entrainment to focus and help the brain to be entrained to remove the chaos of hallucinations, fibroids, and even weight balance. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation, and detoxing for Kimbies. So C3, C4, eyes, ears, nose, and throat for the son-in-law. And for the bladder, T7 right side, and sacrum 1 to 5. Blood flow, nerve flow, everyone. What is the meaning of life? Blood flow, nerve flow, and connecting to our true selves. And we have Dorothy Haddad, bone density, thyroid nodules. So sea vegetables, sea vegetables, sea vegetables for the thyroid nodules. Guaranteed. And eliminate your fluoridated water and white flours. It will fix your thyroid. Remove the resistance, add in the support. Nutritional 2-part process. GB13, right side. Oh, Marie, awesome. You got your bone density is scheduled. I just did mine a couple weeks ago. Let's do this. We will do this really well. The algae cal is kind of a missing component that I haven't known about, but they do it right. And I've spoken with their scientists, and I think they got it right. They guarantee within 6 months this process, and I'm going to add in some additional things, including yoga for osteoporosis, which I think you and I talked about before, yoga for the bones, and we'll work to keep each other on track for the 6 months process. And then Marie, you can help me with the marketing to get this out there, to get people to, you're really good at that. Yes, let's do this together. We will do this. It's a bone density problem. We can fix it. Guaranteed. So it's me, Joe, and Marie. We're going to get this going. Group therapy, guaranteed. I'm going to create a Facebook page for it so we can all talk and communicate and just be there for each other. Make this work. Okay, so we've got worked with Dorothy Haddad. Next, Thibodeau. The list of herbs for what in particular? As expected, I got to leave at half past the hour, and everybody's here, which is great. But I'm going to get in tapping, and I'll tap for people tonight and tomorrow. You will not be missed, guaranteed. Detox, T123478, adrenal health, L1 to 5. Broken right foot, clay poultice overnight. And for Drew, stomach 21. Sorry to hear about your problems. You're in the hospital. We're going to work on stomach 21, which is right around CV 13 for Drew. Let's focus on the kidneys, L123 for Drew as well. This will be the bone density project. Let me get that Facebook page set up and we will be going good to go. We will fix the bone density issue. Number 1, bone density challenge, dairy products. Avoid dairy products unless you don't want to improve your bone density. Guaranteed. That will mess it up. So herbs, the list of herbs, Algical, Osteo Herb. Those are the two. And you can find the best price for those. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. And for better health, CV4, the microbiome. And for Alistair Crowley, abdominal hernia. So let's work on a complete tune-up and the hernia as well. Axillary lymph, and then inguinal lymph and inguinal abdominal hernia. And we have someone called Chelly's Craft Chocolate. Chocolate is good. Too much chocolate, not so good. Check your source. Cadmium has been found in the soil of chocolate, so always check your source. Okay, we're doing good. For Henry, yes, we are here for you. Esophageal cancer and immunotherapy right now. Blood flow to the brain and a relaxed mind. GB 13 for Kimbies and others. And hello, Carol. Good to see you. Excellent. So, initialize the endocrine system and the central nervous system, the bioelectricity for everyone, including Mr. Benton. Insulin resistance is too much fat in the diet, especially animal fat. Reduce that to 10-20%. That will make a major difference for your insulin resistance and possibly diabetes. Command points of the brain stem. And you can email me, joe@anusarwellness.com. Happy to send these herbs. There's nothing I'm doing financially involved in this bone density challenge. I just want people to get the best and to beat it. The bone density challenge. Let's do it. Just help people fix bone density. Don't take Fosamax unless you want fuzzy jaw and necrosis and losing your jaw. Don't do it. That's one of the worst things you can do. For bone density, email me, Jacqueline is here. Live it fuller. Yes. Blood flow to the brain. We're going to have a 6 to 1 year challenge to improve bone density. Join us. Healthy heart and bones. Yes. We'll just make a Facebook page. We'll be in touch and support each other. Or some kind of blog. I'll talk to the experts or Marie if you have an idea. But we'll have a place we can all come to talk. Maybe a brand new Facebook page. And maybe the AlgaeCal people will sponsor us and give us stuff. They're having a contest right now. You answer some questions, and then you might win a free set of AlgaeCal, which is I've also applied for to try to get a free set. So we can all try to do that together. The background music, yes. The background music is the Schumann resonance, which is 7.83 hertz, which is the frequency of the Earth. From the Earth's crust to the ionosphere, inside of that dome of bioelectricity and electricity and vibrations is this frequency. And we also have this frequency in our brains. So we are harmonizing with the frequency of the Earth and creating entrainment with planet Earth. How cool is that? Blood flow to the brain and start resilience, left breast. But we need to work on the esophageal cancer, which is T123478, anti-inflammation. Oxygen protocol for all cancers, including esophageal and breast cancer. Phrenic nerve, CV17. So if I'm tapping a little quickly, that's because I got to leave in 7 minutes. My apologies, but I'm getting it done. CV17. One good thing you can do for the pain in bones and muscles is magnesium chloride oil. Put it on the bone area. It will give you magnesium, it will relax the muscles and release the pain. Magnesium chloride oil. Magnesium oil, straight. So, and then esophageal cancer, in addition to the oxygen, T8, T7, 8, 9, esophagus. Cancer is a hypoxia oxygen deficiency condition. We have oxygen sensors in our brain, so we work on the sky window. We also have the phrenic nerve. No surprise, in the same area. Going to CV17 and the diaphragm for all cancers. And for breast, T4. T4 for the breast, T8 for the pancreas. Yep, group therapy. I'm all for it. So everybody get your bone density test going. Send it to these guys. They're going to guarantee. And I'm going to create a protocol and a course. I have already created a course online so we can have an outline of reference materials for everybody to work on. So for Parkinson's, blood flow to the brain, and PTSD, GB13, right side. Again, axillary area and the inguinal area and inguinal hernia. But for the Parkinson's, the gut, CV4, the communication between the vagus nerve and the brain, specific proteins called alpha-synuclein proteins, which migrate from the gut to the brain and muck up the brain. And they make things sticky and glom together right in the substantia nigra part of the brain. So let's work on that, GB789. And for everyone, including the lymph, the adjacent lymph, that's a good point. Start resilience. We do want to work on the axillary lymph and the mammary arteries for the breast cancer. And for the Parkinson's, T11, T12, the microbiome. T11, T12, L4, L5. And for neuropathy for everyone, for the arms, the brachial plexus. And we won't forget CML and blood and decreasing white blood counts. The ITP herbal therapy that I recommended, I think is a good option for you. I sent the link for that the other day. Lumbosacral plexus for the neuropathy of the arms, brachial plexus, and then the lumbosacral plexus of the waist. And grounding for weight balance, nutrient-dense foods. If you're having a difficult time losing weight, you need to eat nutrient-dense foods and do clay baths. So let's also work for the hallucinations and the fibroids. So visual cortex and the Intang third eye area and T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for the fibroids, anti-inflammation, and lumbo 1 to 5 also for the fibroids. Liver, T9 right side for emotions. That's usually for anger. And GB13 for relaxation, the relaxation response. The relaxator, which we went over in the breathing workshop, is a device right here, which can turn off fight or flight mode, turn on the rest and digest mode. And it's really great for just before bedtime, for sleep. So let's work for long COVID. Timid newbie, I'm presuming, is my friend Jeff. Not to break out your stuff. So let's do it. Jeff and Susie, blood flow to the brain. And we will call it a day. Let me see if I can look at everyone. We'll work on Moxie. We actually got just about everybody done. Let's do it. Blood flow to the brain, long COVID, anti-inflammation, fermented foods, sauerkrauts. Vein health, anti-inflammatories for the veins, hawthorn berry paste or herbs. Blood flow to the brain, brain command points. See 3, 4, 5 for sinus, head congestion. But really focus on anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. High cholesterol, microbiome, but T10, 11, bile ducts, pancreas, T8, 9, 10, pancreas. And then the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. Hang in there. So for an animal with any sarcoma, clay paste, aloe vera drink, all those things, especially the aloe vera with anti-cancer herbs. So anyone interested in Tongren this weekend, we have a Tongren training. Eric, if you're out there, if that didn't go through, it didn't seem to go through, try again. It should be zero charge. And then we'll see you this weekend. I'll make sure that works. I got a note right here. So here we go. We'll wrap it up. Chocolate maker. Oh, chocolate maker. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Hemangiosarcoma. And the spleen, T789, T789. Bleeding internally. yarrow herbs, different herbs you can do for the hemorrhaging. Sorry to hear that about Moxie. Oxygenation, vagus nerve, phrenic nerve, CV17 for the oxygen capacity and alkalizing. Okay, and I will have to call it a day. We have a couple more, and we should be I will have to go. I do kind of have an emergency. Catherine, we got you good. Macular degeneration, eye exercises, and I will say thank you to everyone, and for the ones that I missed, I will do it tonight. In fact, I'll do a lot for everyone again tonight. Thank you very much and have a great day. Blessings to all of you. I will actually leave up the sound.